Hey guys, this is UC. Welcome to the weekly episode of iTradePrice, where we go over all our core stock names that we follow and trade. Let us start with Amazon. So since we are so close to getting a monthly bar to close, so it just does not hurt to just take a quick look at the monthly time frame as well. Very nice, all bullish trend bars. One higher above the other, so it's all looking pretty good right now. And in the weekly time frame, you can see this 3247 was a key support resistance area that we broke out of in the past couple of weeks, and since then we have managed to close above that. So very nice move, holding the uptrend, nothing wrong here. And let's drill down to a daily time frame. Nice looking trend here in Amazon, and last week we saw this move to the upside towards 34.50. Over there we kind of stalled a little bit and just kind of went a little sideways, but nothing bearish. Kind of nice healthy consolidation going on, and you can see this 33.78 area that is giving us a nice sort of a support area to look for on any bounce back up, as we have multiple touch points there, 2 and 3 right there. So drilling down to a lower time frame, let's say 30 minutes, you can see nice little downtrend line that we need to kind of break out of, and that nicely coincides with this horizontal price level of 34.15, so which is pretty good. That once we move above that, I can see it kind of go towards 34.30, 34.34 level, and then definitely kind of higher from that point onwards. Looking at a 4-hourly, just kind of zoom out a little bit, it does look like a sort of a bull flag kind of pattern, where we have this nice move up, which is a pole, and then a flag. So just look for neutral to bullish plays in this name, and any dips definitely will be bought. I think it looks like with 33.45 and then 33.13 being the support areas, because this whole consolidation that went on in a week or so ago time frame, 33.13 or 33.20 maybe you can say as well, was a good resistance level, and once we broke out, that definitely can act as a support on any significant pullback from this level. Okay, let's go to Apple. It got the split, and Think or Swim is showing that. This is a monthly chart. Holy moly, look at that. I mean, it's like just blasted all the way through. No pullback whatsoever, not even in the weekly time frame. So really bullish, but the last weekly bar was a bearish trend bar. Since the sentiment is bullish, so I don't know if we should kind of give that much attention to this bar right now. So let us drill down to a daily time frame, and you can see we are sort of making a sideways consolidation with this triangle pattern, where the range is getting tight, so which was kind of expected because we were getting close to the split. And now let's see how this develops early next week, because whether people get into the name because it's cheaper, or whether they would like to sell it because they want to just book the profits that they enjoyed from all the way from 100 all the way to 128, 130 level. Okay, so let's see how it goes, but pay attention to these support levels, with 123 and 121 becoming sort of a good support level to look for on any pullback. But then anything below that, there's 119, and then we have a little bit of gap here between 119 and 118 area. Okay, so we'll consider that. All right, let's go to Microsoft. I personally still think this one has a little bit more room left to the upside. I mean, if you look at this channel, it has been holding this trend line and channel as well. This was the first week that we closed above 216 level, which was the resistance previously, as we have multiple touch points there, and now that becomes a good key resistance support level, sorry, to look for on any significant pullback. Okay, and if I drill down to a daily time frame, you can see it's the reason I'm kind of calling for that 234, 235 target level here initially above 231 is because of this inverted head and shoulder. This being the left shoulder, head and right shoulder, and 2016, 2017 area is sort of a neckline. Okay, so anything above that neckline, add the length of this, from the head, low of the head all the way to the neckline. If you add that, it becomes like approximately 234, 235 area. But we can still see more upside with this channel top becoming the ultimate target on the upside, but it does seem a little stretched, so does not hurt if we see a little bit of sideways movement, form a little bull flag intraday, and then start seeing some move back to the upside. So still bullish to neutral, nothing bearish in this name here. Okay, NFLX gave us a very nice weekly bar. It does show a little bit of top wick here, but nothing really concerning. Okay, so good close above this multi-week range, good close above 500, so that is all nice signs. Very good volume as well when this breakout occurred, and now what it looks like gave us some good 2 inside bars after the breakout, and could be a good bull flag kind of a pattern. So look for 535, 541 area to be taken out for some continuation move towards the upside. On any pullback below 521, which is below the Thursday's low, I would look for 511 as support, because that was the resistance going up, and you can see we have multiple touch points here as the stock couldn't really break out of that region. So anything below that, if we kind of break that down as well, 511, then this whole 500 level, which is a psychological support level, becomes a support, but I don't think that's going to happen. However, if it does, I'm definitely looking for a bull put spread to open that next week. Okay, let's look at NVDA. Nice looking weekly time frame bar as well, higher highs, higher lows, so nothing wrong there. 428 was this resistance. We broke out of that really nicely, and then now 472 became this support, and now looking at around 500 level as the psychological support for any pullbacks. Daily time frame, you can see we have these sort of multiple kind of bull flag patterns. Right here flag, right here flag, and then right here flag, and now we are sort of making a pull towards the top side, with 526 being the resistance from prior week. So any pullback, look for this consolidation highs as 514 as the first support, and then the consolidation lows around 504 region as becoming the support level, and then 500 is definitely the psychological support. If we are to give up that, we have some room towards 487 all the way, as there's some poor structure here. So those are the levels to consider for that name. Let us add Facebook for this week, as well as we have this nice bullish action going on in Facebook. It's showing momentum, good volume, so that is all good. And in the daily time frame, again, bull flag kind of a pattern. We saw a nice bullish trend bar on Wednesday, and then Thursday we saw sort of an inside day. Friday was, what you can see is sort of an indecision bar, a trend bar failure setup as well, where we did not get a follow through to the downside after this this Thursday bar. So maybe we get a nice bullish trend bar or a nice bullish hammer here next on Monday, and then that gives us sort of a 3-bar pattern that we can apply towards further analysis to see, hey, if it moves above that 3-bar pattern, that is bullish, and we'll get long. Lowering, getting down to a lower time frame, here's the downtrend line. So a little consolidation here between 290 and 295 area all the way on Friday. So any move above that, look for the highs around 297 to be tested, and on any further strength, 301 comes next. Okay, all right, let's get on to ROKU, our favorite name. Good weekly price action, very nice looking. I mean, on a broader scale, you can say, hey, this is a left shoulder, this is the head and the right shoulder, and then when we broke out of this, downtrend line back in early July time frame, we consolidated for multiple weeks, and then finally broke out again here and kind of tested the previous highs of around 177.50 region. We closed really nicely, so let's see if it gives us a nice follow through and break out above 177.60, or it gives us a pause, or again a move back down. I'm looking for some pause and then the continuation towards the top side, but we will see. We should not predict. We will just keep on reacting to these different price levels and different price patterns that show up. Okay, so good price action in daily. Drilling down to a 30-minute time frame, good consolidation going on sideways, just kind of banging against that all-time high. It wants to kind of test that again, so we will see if it breaks out of 174.60, which was the sort of short-term resistance here on Friday. So any move above that, we can look to test the highs around 177.60 and then eventually a breakout. Or if we break down, we can see these short-term moving averages to provide support and see if we reverse back to the upside after testing some support levels here around 167 and 164. Okay, let's look at Tesla, which would be also a split candidate, and it looks like Thinkorswim is showing the updated price for the 5-1 split. Nice. Wow, look at this weekly time frame, man. It's went from all the way. Let me zoom out a little bit. I mean, if you caught the March lows, congratulations. It's just kind of zoomed up since then. But we did flag here sort of in the July time frame, and looks like it is a little stretched. So 463 becoming the highs, recent highs. I would not be surprised if we see some sideways to consolidation kind of a pattern here, and which gives us some good structure, more healthy and price acceptance here, and before we see another leg up. Again, as a trader, a lot of times people make mistake that they want to just short the name because it has gone up so much. That is a recipe for a disaster. You can see we don't have any downside follow through to any red bars. Okay, so far there's strength. Yes, you can say this could be sort of a dark cloud cover pattern where we have these two candle bars, where this last candle bar here on the daily time frame closed towards the low end of its range, but since given we are in a nice uptrend, I would look for any pullback as a buying opportunity. Okay, right now 428, 423 looks like a good dip buy. If I drill down to, let's say, 2-hourly time frame, that is where the last resistance was, so that should provide some support level if we are to see that kind of a move towards downside. Okay, anything below 410, we have a little bit of a gap all the way till 404. So we will look for that if we do play out, if we come all the way down to that level. Okay, some few plays that we did this past week on the swing side. MDB, I'm still looking for this to break out towards the upside of above 233 level, as it's giving us a nice massive bull flag in the weekly time frame. But I did book profits as we tested this downtrend line. So again, we'll see early next week how this develops, if price is getting accepted here above 222, and if it starts closing above this downtrend line, that is a sign that the price is looking to make another high. However, we have earnings early next week after close on Tuesday, maybe it looks like, or Wednesday, which is September 2nd. And if so, it could be a tricky play to get into this name and hold it through the earnings. So I usually don't do that. I don't recommend doing that. But if you're a long-term holder, if your buy average is good, hey, it doesn't hurt to hold and see which way it goes. But technically, it looks good. Kind of a bull flag pattern. Coupa Daily time frame, we already played this one. Nice breakout. We went long right here. We caught the move up, and now the price is getting accepted above this 319 previous resistance. So if we see some good bullish pattern here, some nice hammer bars towards the low end of this recent range here, hey, that could be a good entry point. Again, mind that this is going to be the earnings play, where earnings are going to be announced after a week. So we still have one more week to kind of play this name. It could remain choppy to sideways because of the fact that the earnings are coming, and we've already made some all-time highs and closed above the resistance. So just could remain elevated, so we can play the pullbacks on this name. But again, it's not really a good candidate for playing options. I would recommend playing equity if you have that kind of capital and would like to take advantage of that. Okay. Anything else that we want to review? Let's quickly look at SPY. Daily time frame, really nice bullish trend bar that closed above the all-time high with let's make a level here. All-time high was right here around 339.2, and we closed at the top end of its weekly bar. So everything looks nice here in this name. Yes, there's the volume is missing, but then you can't compare this volume with this one that occurred back in the March time frame, right? This was just kind of I'd say not the norm, not the normal volume that you would see. This was kind of crazy. So the normal volume is right here, which is what we are seeing right now. And again, summer volume is low, but we can still keep going up. It doesn't matter that much on the volume. But again, look for pullback entries and not breakout kind of plays to lower your risk. Okay, guys, hope you guys like this short, concise video. Like always, if you have any questions, comments, feedback, please feel free to reach us. And good luck to everyone. Thank you.